we have to re-educate ourselves as adults because we spend so much time trying to avoid things that are painful at the end of a long day. It does matter in a year like this to educate ourselves before we vote, to read the entirety of platforms, to find out on a local grassroots level what we can vote about, not just who's for president and go down the ticket of whether you're red or blue and mark it all off, but to read more, educate ourselves more. What else can we do to empower ourselves? Like literally tomorrow, we can wake up and do what?
Open ourselves up to conversations. And
Talk
it sounds—
strangers.
Talk to strangers, have a seat. You can connect. You know, I'm a working class kid from South Jersey. And so my experience crosses race. It also dips into class. Find ways to connect with people. You know, whether it's about the way you grew up, the things you want, whether it's parenthood, whatever it is, we have to break down our barriers because you'll learn something. You know, we sat down and have a conversation. I learned something about you, the way you were impacted by events in your childhood, what continues to put pressure on you or not. We have to be open to talking to each other. We can't be scared. How many times have you walked by a restaurant and see everyone's entirely white or entirely black? It seems simplified to say, let's integrate and have conversations, but we have to begin somewhere because there's deep pain, there's deep hurt, there's deep trauma. When you turn on the news and people are screaming and yelling, it's not because they wouldn't rather be doing something else. You know, it's serious for a lot of people. You have to begin with striking up conversation and then move forward. You have to be able to find the energy to go educate yourself. You know, there's a book by Ibram Kendi X called Stamped from the Beginning, which really gives the structure of racism in America and how it spread and how policy, how it fed policy, how right to the point of where we are today. Understanding who we are as Americans, understand what America is, understanding the Constitution, understanding truly who we are, not the fantasy of who we want to be. And on our best days, who we actually are. On our best days, America is amazing. On our worst, though, it's a problem.
Yeah, and I think it's cathartic to try and learn throughout your life. And if it starts in your brain, I find the next place it goes is your heart.
That's right.
I want to end our time together on a positive note. So tell us a happy story. Tell us the last thing that you investigated as a person or a journalist that filled your heart, that gave you hope, that helped you feel faith.
These are really tough times. So between COVID-19 and the unrest, there's not a lot. But I will say this. There are a few things more American than protests, than understanding your rights and using them. And if there's any beauty in this moment especially, it's that people are taking to the streets. And I don't mean the folks who are necessarily burning or looting, even though that's how they're choosing to express themselves and they will be held accountable for that. But the people who are going out there every day trying to organize and mobilize really for a better America, to hold that mirror up to America and say, who do you want to see? You know, let's live up to our ideals. I do, but especially young people. When young people, you're talking about teenagers. Think about what we were doing when we were teenagers, when we were 18 and 19 years old. But to see young people out there harnessing their First Amendment rights and gathering, and they're so hopeful. And we've been around, so it's kind of hard. But when you see the young who are so hopeful, and you've seen more white people involved in these protests. I've never seen protests, city to city, with half the crowd is white, young white people. That's
all over the world now. Amsterdam, right. Paris,
right.
Know, marching for us, for Americans.
To be better.
It's
amazing.
It does give me hope. It gives me faith. I appreciate you so much. And I appreciate this conversation so much.
This is so important. I mean, and I use this word a lot, but intentionality. So being intentional about using your platform to wrestle with this. I think it's very important and very brave of you. I think we all need to step up and find ways to do this because we all have a platform. How are we using it?
That's right.
It's not time for games. This is serious, right? So we need to get busy and get to work. So thank you.
I appreciate you. Thank you.